Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, where you can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Interphone F5 Bluetooth Communicator. Now, looking at the F5, it is the next generation from Interphone, the successor to the F4. Key upgrades right out of the box. You're looking at a super premium Bluetooth unit that's really meant to connect to a range of devices, and the big feature differences from the F4 to the F5 are going to be it's now using Bluetooth 3.0, which means that you're getting more efficient data transfer, which allows you to eventually translate that into longer standby and talk time. You have now a TTS, or text-to-speech system, which allows when a phone call comes in when you're paired, it will actually read the caller ID to you. This is the only Bluetooth unit currently on the market that it will say John Smith calling. The nice part about it too is it has the most voice commands. So outside of music on, music off, it's now reject call, answer a call, call John Smith, depending on how you're working, with your iPhone or your voice command system. But again, there's a lot of inputs that you can give via voice here on the Interphone F5. The other nice piece is they've extended the range, they've extended the rider conferenceability. Out of the Bluetooth units that we currently have, this is the only one that will full duplex 6 people at once. So that's 6 people paired, but 6 people that could all be talking and listening at the same time. And when you do have 6, for every rider that you're adding in that daisy chain, between the last rider in your pack and the first rider in your pack, you could have up to 2,400 meters. So that's a significant range. Also, the standby time here on the Interphone F5 is the longest that we're seeing right now. Over 700 hours, that's north of 20 days. Talk time's around 11 hours, and the battery life, is pretty rock solid compared to its competitors. Now, if we think about price, this is one of the premium units. You're looking at over $250 for a single unit and over $400 for a dual unit. It's completely waterproof, it's completely dustproof, and the nice part about the F5 too, when you get into some of the other nuances of it, it comes with all the accessories you're going to need. So I have it here in my left hand. You can see it's north, south, east, and west in your button configurations. It's going to be auto volume adjusting. It's going to be noise canceling, so the wind noise is going to cancel out. It's going to allow you to, as the engine revs, as the wind noise picks up, it will ratchet up the speakers. The speakers are nice. They're thick. A lot of times when you get into a thicker speaker, and a lot of the helmet manufacturers now are building helmets that have speaker cutouts in the ear sockets, so you're going to be able to fit speakers in there, but they're nice and thick. I'm going to give them 7.5, 8 out of a 10. There are some other manufacturers, something like the Cena, where we like the crispness and the sound quality of those stereo speakers. The Interphone F5 does a great job. It's not the best out there, though. We will say that that's an area for them improving going forward, but they seem to be listening to customer feedback and continuing to iterate on their product. If we look at it from the accessory standpoint, so it comes with 2 microphone setups. So here's my unit. You can see I have it on my Bell Star here to the left, and you can see that the light-colored weight area on the back is where you would connect the boom, whichever option you're going to go with. So I have it here on the left here, or on my right. And you can see that the one that I have in my hand has the back end, has the boom off. The one that I have installed here has the boom connected with the wire that goes in that links up with the microphone as well as the speakers. First thing I'll show you is here's the boomed option. Notice the boom is connected to the left side speaker. Here's my dongle that would come out and really connect right to the back here. So here's how it would connect. It would sit on the side of my helmet via clamp or via sticky. We have it here on the Bell Star in a clamped version. You can go either or. I'd have my speaker with my boom. One of the things, I'll tell you, if I have to nitpick, I think sometimes it's a little easier when the boom comes off of the unit on the side and you can snake it underneath. Having a little bit of extra width there that goes into the speaker, depending on the helmet, sometimes gets a little tricky, but most people have been able to snake it in no problem. And then your second speaker snakes around. You have the ability to connect or disconnect it, but it snakes around the back, and that would go to your right side ear. Now, I will tell you that one of the things I actually really, really like here that's an accessory for some of the competitors, such as the Cardo or Cena, is that it also comes with the low-profile, sticky-mounted chin boom. So you can see it here that and I say boom, it's really microphone. It's a wired microphone versus a boom-mounted microphone. Now, the drawback is once you install it, it's a sticky, so now you're sticking it, resticking it if you want to take it off. But if you know that you're going to use the product all the time, you lock in on the helmet you want to install it on. I actually love not having to monkey with adjusting a boom and keeping it so low profile and away from my mouth. So that's a really nice touch. And you can see how it comes in here. So you have your unit. Your unit snakes in with the main wire that connects to the first speaker, and off of that first speaker we have the wire that goes to the second speaker and a wire that comes off that hits that low profile wired microphone in the front. So again, we talked about overarching features. It's the most connectors, it's up to 6, the best battery life. You're going to have a unit that's firmware upgradable, Bluetooth 3.0. You have the most voice commands, and you're also going to have the text-to-speech system, which allows you to get that caller ID read to you. So it's going to tell you your mom's calling you, and then you have the ability to reject it or accept it as you see fit. You get GPS, music, A2DP, which allows you to connect and rewind, go forward, back in your music selection. If you have an A2DP device, you're going to get a wired element that's going to allow you to connect to an iPod via an actual port. That's a 1/16 of an inch port here that would then snake down if you have something that you need to wire in that you can't connect Bluetooth. But it's really meant to be very usable, be very robust in the different climates that you could be facing, and last for a really long time. And the dual sport, or the dual option, is a nice option. So I'll show you as well. Here's the wall charger. This is from a dual, so you can see the connectors here that come with it, and this would go to one of them. It's typically a first charge, takes about 3 hours. And there's also inside the box going to be a USB to connector, or to F5 connectors that you're going to be able to upgrade the firmware. So as they get better at refining their product and release via the internet different firmware upgrades, you'll be able to do that with everything you need here in the box. So let us know what you think of the F5. If you're seeing it for the first time, if you're currently riding with it, if you're looking to compare it and contrast it with a Sena or really a Cardo, which are the other two staple units that we're seeing here as the front runners. We want to hear your feedback. Leave us a note on our Facebook page, on RevZilla TV on YouTube, or on the product page. We always want to hear our thoughts from our audience. And remember, you can always subscribe to us at RevZilla TV and stay up to date with all the new gear reviews that we're rolling out. As always, you can always shoot us a line at cs@revzilla.com or 877-792-9455. We have our full team of gear geeks that are riding in a myriad of these types of products that can help you walk through the process and figure out if the F5 is right for you. And as always, it's over $39. Ship for free, exchange for free, no restock if you need to send it back to us, as long as it's in brand new condition with all of the packaging, and you can earn Team Zilla cash on any purchase over $100 to be applied to your next order. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown of the new Interphone F5 Bluetooth Communicator, available at RevZilla.com. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.